What's up? What's up? What's up? It's that time of the show where we kind of give a shout out to our sponsors. The sponsor today is Anchor. Anchor is everything you need to create your own podcast. You can use Anchor to distribute your show. They'll kind of get it out for you. And all you have to do is do it from your cell phone or your microphone, however you want to do it. But if you want to get your voice out there, if you want to talk to the people, there's no better place to do it than Anchor. So download the app Anchor or go to their website, anchor.com. It'll distribute your podcast on all platforms. So again, Anchor. What up, what up, what up? It's Cinco de Mayo weekend. We got the Canelo Alvarez, Danny Jacobs fight. This is You Don't Know Boxing podcast with your boy Timmy B. So, this episode, man, it's going to be the preview of the fight. We're going to go into the strengths and the weaknesses, and I'm going to give you my prediction on the fight. It's going to be real quick. Your boy Timmy B is I'm kind of like moving around a little bit, so I haven't had a chance to really dive into a deep episode, but we for sure is going to do that. Also, I promised you guys that Pernell Whitaker versus Oscar De La Hoya, recap and my scoring on that. We're going to dive into that after this weekend. I've been looking at the fight a couple times, so I got my analysis. I want to kind of get you guys feedback when it comes to it. So with that, being said, we're going to go ahead and tap into this Danny Jacobs, Canelo Alvarez fight out in Vegas. This fight, big fight, middleweight, champions, unification. Danny Jacobs, he's been a great fighter. You know what I'm saying? He only lost one time, and that was some years ago. Well, he lost two times, sorry. He lost to Triple G, and he also lost to the Japanese guy. And, of course, Canelo, he's only lost that one time to Floyd Mayweather. So both been fighters for over a decade. Canelo's had a bunch of close decisions. He's got the benefit of the doubt from the judges, especially out there in Vegas, because he's the cash cow. So he got benefit of the doubt when he fought Lara. He got benefit of the doubt when he fought Triple G a couple times. Now, I did agree with that second. I agree with both decisions. I had the Triple G fight, the first one, draw. I had the second one, Canelo winning by one round. I kind of liked his style and I understood what he was trying to do with it. But I understand it's kind of a controversial thing. But I think a lot of people had to, score maybe one or two rounds differently. But, I respect that. But I think Canelo, he had a draw with Triple G the first time. And I think he won the second fight in my estimation because he was coming forward. But I'm not mad if you're saying that Canelo did not have that sort of if he didn't win that fight on your scorecard, because it was a close fight depending on what you're looking for. So for this fight, what I'm looking to see is that I think one thing about these both fighters is that both of them, like I said, they're warriors, they're dogs, man. Canelo, he has no bitch in him. You know what I mean? He's becoming a better boxer. When you hit him, he comes back. He has a hell of a chin. I think that, as far as strategy goes, there's a little bit to be desired from Canelo. But I think as far as heart, I think as far as pressure, and I think as far as power, and I think as far as boxing ability, he's definitely able to hold his own, and he's gotten better over the years. And so I can't do nothing but respect him. When it comes to Danny Jacobs, he has heart too. I feel that defensively, he leaves himself open a little bit more than he should have, especially in that last fight. I think Canelo will be able to really explode. he would be really kind of able to, exploit that if he wants to. But I think it's going to be up to what he what happens. And I think with this fight, Canelo, I think what we'll see is in the first couple rounds, they're going to feel each other out. I think you're going to see hard punches from both of them. They're both going to have to respect each other. And I think I think the first 3 rounds are going to be kind of critical because whoever gets the majority of those rounds are going to have an advantage on this fight. I think this fight is definitely going 12 rounds. I don't see no way either one of them is going to get knocked out. I don't know if you guys followed it, but with this fight, of course, it's a 160-pound fight, but Danny Jacobs and Canelo were bound to a rehydration clause, which Canelo, he met the rehydration clause of 170. I think this morning he weighed in at 169, and I think Danny Jacobs came in at 173. Now, the significance of that is that if you're rehydrating, the person is bigger than what he was when he weighed in. And I think from what's been reported is that Danny Jacobs got fined, per the contract, $250,000 for every pound he was over. So he got basically fined $1 million out of his $10 million purse. So, it's gamesmanship going on. Danny Jacobs want to keep that advantage as far as being the bigger guy. Canelo, I think, is a little mad about that. But I think for sure we're going to see this fight go to, 12 rounds. And so what we're going to do in a second, we're going to pause for a minute. We're going to take a brief intermission. Then I'm kind of dive deeper into this fight, and we'll kind of talk about my prediction. So hold on for a second. Be right back. All right, I'm back, man. Here we go with the final segment of the podcast where we kind of dive into my prediction, what I see for this fight. So, like I said before, I think the first 3 rounds are going to be very crucial. I think Canelo's going to get 2 out of the first 3 rounds. I think around round 4 through round 6, I think Danny Jacobs is going to get another 2 rounds in that out of, so I think around, round 6, it's going to be a tight fight. I think it's going to be, 3-3, an even fight. I think in the middle rounds, I think that's where you'll start to see Canelo kind of assert himself more. He'll start picking Danny Jacobs apart a little bit more. He'll start, seeing those openings. And I think the crowd is definitely going to be with Canelo. So anytime Canelo throws any sort of aggressive punch and that looks like it hit, looks like it lands, he's going to get the benefit of the doubt. So I think you can see between round 7 and 9, Canelo definitely probably winning at least 2 out of 3 of those rounds. I think he may even win all 3. Then, the championship rounds, from rounds, 10 to 12, I think what we'll see is that Danny Jacobs he'll catch a second win. I think round 10 and 11 is going to be good for him. And then I think, round 12 is going to be a round that, depending on how you look at it, you'll probably say Danny Jacobs could have won that round or Canelo could have won a round. But I think ultimately the judges are going to probably give it to Canelo. I think both fighters are going to be competitive. But I think how the judges are going to score it and how probably a lot of fans are going to score it, where it'd be a 115, 113 Canelo win. I think some people, kind of similar to the Triple G fight, some people are going to think Danny Jacobs either caused a draw, depending on how favorable you are to Danny Jacobs, you might even say he won the fight. But I think it's not going to be a fight where there's a clear-cut winner. There's very few Canelo fights when he's facing top-notch fighters that it is. But I think he will get the benefit of the doubt. and I think he will win 6 or 7 rounds. And he'll, I think my official prediction is Canelo split decision with some of the scoring being 115, 113, probably 1 or 2 wide cards where it's like 116, 112. I think maybe Danny Jacobs might get 1 card where it goes for him, but I think it will be something that's going to be discussed and carried over. I see very little chance for either person to get knocked out. So, so hopefully, man, Cinco de Mayo weekend. Hopefully everybody enjoys the fights. Everybody embraces it. It's a good time. It's going to be a good competitive fight. Now, the fight is only on DAZN, so you got to catch it on the app. And, so this is the preview for the fight, man. I'll be back tomorrow. We'll kind of go over the recap of the fight. We'll kind of say, how we feel about it. And, I kind of give my analysis on it. So until next time, but before we leave, though, be sure to check us out on You Don't Know Boxing on Instagram. That's you, like the letter U, Don't Know Boxing. Well, you can't play boxing. Sorry about that. You can't play boxing. Hey, it's Cinco de Mayo weekend. I've been drinking some of this tequila, sometimes. But you can't play boxing on Instagram. And until next time, check us out tomorrow with the fight recap. Peace.